So why are you so gay?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Hi, I'm here with Joe. I was about to say his second name, but I can't. He is a homosexual advocate. I can't do this, seriously. All right, how do I introduce you? Just fucking...
I don't know.
I had so many bits going, right? Where I introduce you as a fucking, like, I say you're going to film school when you haven't, so like, you know, like, so people think, oh, he's going to have loads of insight, but
yeah, I'm actually an apprentice film reviewer.
Yeah,
and I'm here to learn the tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade.
Because I know fuck all.
Yeah. Hiya, we're here to talk about Gladiator 2, and yeah, we saw it when was it, like Friday?
On Friday.
Yeah, good day. It was actually 4 of us, but 2. We were supposed to do 4. Yeah,
fucking phonies though, and they couldn't be here because they got other shit to do, like watch YouTube at home and
have a job, I guess.
And have a job,
which doesn't exist. Probably doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, watch YouTube on the phone. Yeah, fucking. I don't get it, mate. But yeah, Gladiator 2. I wasn't really that interested to do a review, but I thought it'd be funny to do this is a lads movie, innit? It's like high testosterone, like lads movies, all like kick the girlfriend out and just fucking put Gladiator on. So yeah.
Well, mine didn't want to come, did she? So.
No, yeah, but it would have been sick though. Just 4 lads and 1 girl. It's like, yeah, and she'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, sure, I'm not going to talk shit about her because she'll see this and yeah.
And she'll be upset.
She'll be upset, mate. So I don't know. I mean, I think we kind of are in agreement what we kind of thought about it. Was like I kind of like enjoyed it at the time, but overall, like it didn't really leave any big impression on me.
It was one of them. It was hyped up because obviously it comes after, a great first film, but for me it just didn't stand up to the first one at all. Like the first one was just fucking 10 times better. 10 times better than the second one.
You're a big fan of the first one. I'm like not that big on it. I mean, I appreciate it. It's never like been a favourite. I've seen it like twice in my whole life. Really? But like the last time was relatively recently. And yeah, what was like the bits that were just inferior in this one? Because it was essentially like a soft reboot.
It was a soft reboot. I mean, like we all sort of said, it follows the same storyline essentially as the first one. Like soldier becomes slave, becomes gladiator.
Has a tragedy in the beginning.
Takes on the higher power and that's it. But I don't know, the first one for me had more realism to it. I think the characters were definitely explained a lot better and had a lot more backstory to them. There was more to it in the first one. The second one, obviously, like I say, it was just a rehash.
Yeah, it was a bit, like The Force Awakens. I guess I know it's like the typical thing that's like everyone uses like that as a comparison, but it is sort of like that. It's nothing like incompetent, I guess, apart from like some weird CGI.
Well, that's it. The CGI as well. That's what fucking killed it a bit. Yeah, because obviously in the first one you get the realism of the gore and everything, and it's a bit more believable in terms of that side of things. But the CGI, like with the sharks, the baboons, it was like when they had brought the baboons, I was like, it reminded me of that bit in what's it now? The Hunger Games, like the second film.
It's been ages, but go on, yeah.
Like the second Hunger Games film, where it's like the second arena and it's like a clock or something. And then they got like the baboon section. It just reminded me of that, and it was like, you know what I mean? They could have just used something real, like some XL bullies or something. Them big fucking dogs.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, what did they do? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they did use a real like lion or the tiger.
Did they?
In the well, it wasn't CGI in the first one, was it? Or was it like,
in the first film?
Or was that like the only piece of CGI they had, and that was like
the first film? Oh yeah. Well, they did have a tiger in the second one, but it was just in a cage, wasn't it?
Was it like a
under
reference?
The arena? Yeah, I think it
like
was. I think it was just a reference.
Yeah, watch the Gladiator 3, mate. Fucking Return of the Tiger. But
that's where it lost me a bit on the CGI.
And that was like the first. To be fair, like, I'm so used to seeing when they do a remake or a sequel, and it's like a lot over reliance on CGI to the point where I'm sort of desensitized to it. Whereas like I kind of accept it. Whereas like, okay, it's going to be CGI, fair enough. I'm just going to try and make the most out of it. But and it was okay. I thought I think monkeys are just fucking, when you're like fucking monkeys, just rabid bastards. I think they're terrifying creatures. I don't know if you've seen Nope. There's like a fucking.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh man, I shouldn't really spoil it, but there's a scene in that.
Alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Nah, just monkey. You know, like how Joe Rogan goes on about how fucking mad they are. Yeah. I don't know, that was cool. I mean, like the animal side. I didn't think the CGI there was that bad. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's just one of those where it's like blatantly obvious. Like you can, you know what I mean? You can see it really easy. Especially, the sharks are probably a bit worse, to be fair.
The sharks were really kind of like, what is this, fucking Sea of Thieves
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
I mean? And I was really excited because the reason Shark stood out was because like we saw the trailer of I think you and like this other guy who's like, because you're a big like Roman history buff kind of, and you were getting me hyped for the when they fill it up with water, and I thought that's gonna be cool. But you already knew that they were gonna use a lot of CGI anyway. But like,
it's one of those. Like I suppose with a big budget film like that, they're obviously gonna use that sort of thing, but it just takes it away for me. Like,
well, it's not like because the older films they knew how to like not they had a big budget, but they knew how to like when to use CGI and when to not, and like when to use it practically. Like Lord of the Rings, there's some CGI that looks a bit dated now, but overall, like a lot of it is so good.
For the time period, it's unbelievable.
Isn't it? It's the difference between like the troll. Okay, troll's big CGI, and that's kind of obvious, but it's in the dark, like very intentionally in the dark. But most of the orcs are all in makeup, like heavy makeup, and that's never gonna age, is it? Like, but yeah, the CGI. We've gone like CGI. It's one of those things. But
I hope you like CGI.
No, I mean, what did you think? Because again, I'm not really arsed. I didn't really feel that many big emotions from it. I guess you didn't really.
No,
either.
it was pretty underwhelming, to be fair. Sorry if you're going to watch it. And, you're hoping for a 10 out of 10 film. It's not.
No.
It's probably 5 out of 10.
Nah, 5 out of 10. Yeah.
I'd say 5 out of 10. It's one of those films where I was interested to watch it. I watched it. Would I watch it again? Maybe. I'm not exactly keen to watch it again. I'm not that arsed. It was like a once and done, one and done sort of job, really. But
it's like when they keep doing this, where they make a new entry to a really memorable film that sticks with you, and it's just like I'm never like. It's a weird comparison. Chicken Run made a Chicken Run 2.
Yeah, I've still not seen that. I've still not that the other day, and I've still not seen that. I need to watch it.
I saw it like when it came out, and I was like, "This is sick," and I was like, was really positive. This is like what my next video is about. I actually made a video about like Chicken Run 2 a year later because I was really passionate about it. But yeah, it's like. Just if you think of it this way, when I next rewatch Chicken Run or Gladiator or one of these classics, am I gonna then be so eager to go on to this new one as if it's like another classic, which is not. So I wouldn't. Chicken Run 2, it was fun at the time, but it's not fucking Chicken Run 1. It's just not, and it's the same with fucking Gladiator. Because Chicken Run, I love Chicken Run. Gladiator's
Chicken Run's classic.
Gladiator's okay, but Chicken Run, hey, come on, should be talking about that. But yeah.
Well, the first Gladiator classic film for me, that's a classic. And that's where they built the hype, innit? Because, you hear Gladiator 2, they're going to get a 50-50 response of, oh, this could be fucking awesome. You've got all like everyone that runs off the nostalgia of the first one. And the hype.
Everything's nostalgia.
And then the other side thinks, they're just going to fucking... Because let's face it, every time they try and reboot some sort of film that is just a one film and done, when they try and make a second, it's always shit. It just always is.
Most of the time, anyway. I mean,
Blade Runner's
fair enough.
To be fair, Blade
the
Runner,
new Mad Max films are fucking amazing.
Mad Max films though, but they're sort of set in the same universe. They get away with it, really. Whereas this is kind of a continuation on the story.
Well, Mad Max is just people on a road going in that direction. There's not like they don't butcher any lore. There's not much lore to butcher, I guess, and they just. I know it's the same director as the guy who made the originals, Mad Max, I think. Just like he's really old. He's like 90 and he's still making films. Apparently, I'm not that old, but Jesus, yeah. Yeah, Ridley Scott, he's the same director who did the original Gladiator, which was like, okay, this will be good, but to be fair, he did Napoleon last year, and this is like the historical accuracy part. I don't think Napoleon is very historically accurate, and kind of Ridley Scott, he makes these films like Gladiator and these other films, just like, it's supposed to sort of, I know it's Gladiator, it's like an action film as well, but... And people were saying this, I saw online, like, oh, it doesn't matter that it's a fucking stupid action film, why you're worried about historical accuracy. But I don't know, I think because of that realism again you're on about.
Exactly.
It takes you out when you see some shit like fucking playing football.
Oh, yeah, when the kids are playing Wembley singles. If you've not seen the film, there's some kids that play Wembley singles. Not really sure why. I don't know why they're just playing football. There's just like a 30 second, well, not even a 30 second, probably a 15-second scene where there's just some kids having a kickabout, and it's like, and I think we all looked at each other, didn't we, in the cinema? We were like, what the fuck?
Well, it was mad. It was like, why?
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Why is it just made for us like that bit? It's like, what the fuck? Why?
Why is there just some kids playing footy?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It was so funny, yeah.
Even Gladiator 1 wasn't like 100% accurate, because I mean...
Yeah, I don't know, you've got to tell me.
They probably, you know, they'll never be able to make anything that accurate, because, you know, they're not from that time period. They can only do like an interpretation of it. And like, they did get, you know, a fair amount right, like obviously Getter and, what's it, Caracalla?
This is the first one.
No, that's the second one. The second one, the two emperors.
The Zack and
Cody.
Emperors.
Yeah, the Zack and Cody emperors.
Yeah.
Sweet life on deck.
Sweet life on fucking deck, yeah.
Yeah, they are real emperors that reign, to be fair.
Did you look it up after, or?
No, I already knew that, like, they'd already reigned, but obviously, like, it's obviously different from real world events. Like, it is different.
Yeah, I see. But, I don't know, but when like I heard another thing, I didn't notice this. I don't know if you did, but apparently Denzel Washington at one point says "hose him down," like an expression that wouldn't exist because they didn't have hoses.
Oh yeah, he does say that. He does. I think he does say that, doesn't he? Yeah.
He's like, hose him down. It's like, what the fuck? There's another thing as well. When he gets his hand cut off, it's all CG, and it's like the brutal realism's gone. Like I know because you're not from the film community, so you don't know this. But
sorry guys, I'm a rookie.
It's kind of a big thing to criticise the CGI, but we're not just doing it on a surface level, because it actually diminishes the realism, and that's kind of a big thing.
Well, that's it. I mean, you look at Gladiator 1, see, this is where I'm... Because I've got to compare the two, because it's the only, like, you know...
I think this is the last time we've got to move off this, because we might be repetitive, but yeah.
Comparing them to the two, you look at Gladiator 1, like, the gore in it was, like, realistic. When there's people, when he fucking... when he's like on horseback in the arena, and he's just fucking swinging, taking people's heads off and just cutting their throats, and there's blood going everywhere, and it's like, it feels real, it looks real, it's like, fucking hell, that's brutal. Whereas you see a guy get his hand cut off in Gladiator 2, and it's like,
Call of Duty Zombies,
really, like, you know what I mean? It might as well have been Star Wars cutting hands off like that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the first one in quite a while, but even then, like, the story was just
10 times better.
10 times better. You felt the emotions, and again, we keep going to saying the same thing, but it's true. Like every time where it's like doing the same thing again, it's just a lesser version, because like he loses his wife or something, his lover at the beginning. I don't give a shit. Like I didn't feel any emotion. But at the start of the first one, with the first Gladiator, you're like, oh, it's really
it's intense.
Yeah,
because he's just like in this battle in Germany, and then like he's talking about how long he's been away. He wants to go home. He wants to go see his wife and his kid. And obviously, they get fucking murdered.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
And it's like, it's like fucking brutal. It's like, it's literally brutal as fuck. Whereas this one's like, oh yeah, me and my wife are just defending our fucking keep, and she got sniped. And
also, what am I doing here? Why am I over here in the middle of fucking? Where was he in the start? It was a good action scene.
He was in like Namibia. It was like Namibia. It was somewhere in Africa.
It was a good action scene, to be fair, but it's just like, don't care about the characters.
Well, that's it. Like, and this is another thing. Like, obviously, we'll move off CGI.
CGI.
Like the characters, like you say, there was just no connection there. Like they put in the token characters from the first one. I always forget her name now.
The main girl.
The main woman who's like Commodus' sister. She was in there. Senator Baracus was in there.
Yeah, you were like, there was the old guy showed up, and you were like, oh my god, it's him. Like,
Senator Baracus, mate.
Absolute,
absolute chat.
It's all about survival. No
chat of the Roman era,
innit, mate? Gotta get him.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Even like Pedro Pascal's character, like the general, there wasn't enough backstory to him. It was like, all right, we've seen him have one fight. We don't really know anything about him.
From what I did see of him, I thought he was really cool and likable, and like because he's honourable amidst all these like twats. And when he has like, in all of the two Zack and Cody, I'm just going to call them that because I can't remember.
Zack and Cody twins.
When they were just being proper cunty and saying that he's just got back from a massive conquest.
Yeah, now you got to go fucking get Persia and India for us.
Like they were twats, and I kind of thought, yeah, you were twats. They were hateable in a good way.
Yeah.
They were fine. And the other one was just kind of fucking syphilis head, basically, wasn't it? Wasn't that the thing? He had like knob rot and it went to his head. That's what he said.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
like some of the directions that the characters were going in, but I just wish that they'd been fleshed out a bit more, had a bit more backstory to them. Like with the Emperors, like they were cool because they were like, don't give a fuck. We will do whatever we want to do. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah, hedonists,
we're massive
fucking
pricks.
yeah.
But I would have liked to have a bit more backstory on them, because you know what I mean. You go from the first film to the second, and the power's handed back to the people, and then out of nowhere, 15 years later, these cunts are in charge, and it's like, well, where do they come from? Because they give it to the people, and it must have been a fucking Labour government, because it all fell to pieces, because it was all shit. It was all run like shit, obviously. So it was just run by clowns.
Again, you like to say what you want.
Must have been Labour.
It must have been
Labour. Sorry, guys. Sorry if you support Labour, but I've said it now. I've said it. But yeah, I would have liked to see.
Labour's the red one, right?
I think so. Yeah. But I would have liked to seen a bit more from where the Emperors came from, their sort of backstory, and just like the gap in between. Because if you're going to continue it on, at least have a bit of like continuity between the two films.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because of the structure and it just being, it had to have that kid be aged up to be the age that Maximus was, because it's just the same story again. And
well, that's it.
And yeah, so many Ridley Scott films start with like a mass text explaining what's happened. Oh, by the way, and it works in Blade Runner. I don't mind the Blade Runner stuff when it does that. I mean, I wasn't really that arsed, to be fair. In this one, it just, as much as I liked the characters of the two blonde people, the two twins, they were basically just another version of the Joaquin Phoenix's Commodus. Just another character, basically structurally, functionally the same. Like, we need to hate these people. They do whatever they want. They're basically spoiled kids. Fuck them. But it's like, oh, that's cool, but why are we watching the same story? Like, I need to stop repeating that, because that's like, we should go into other stuff, but I don't know if anything else you got to say.
Yeah, they're my two like big gripes: the CGI and sort of like the story being a rehash.
It is hard to talk about it because it is just the same.
It's a rehash of the first one. The characters needed more fleshing out, and I mean, like they explained the ending of Gladiator 1 and like where Lucius went, but then like you don't see anything of Lucius's life until that point at the start of Gladiator 2. You don't know what he's been through. You don't know anything about like how he's become the person he is. And it's like...
Yeah, he just sort of...
There was just a lot of gaps, I thought. There was a lot of gaps in the story.
I thought the Paul Mescal guy, I thought he was good. I thought he was like in the... like for the material he was given. But his... I don't know, he didn't... You got the sense that he was like he had been like going through all this fucked up shit, and that's why he was this hardened guy. And they kept insisting, "Oh, you've got so much rage in you." But it's like, okay, he kind of has, but it's not that like you don't feel his emotions as much as you do Maximus in the first one. You're not in his head, but in this one, he's just like, I guess I'm really angry.
Because it's like Maximus has gone through fucking hell and back. All right, Lucius has lost his wife, his lover, whoever it is, but like Maximus has gone through everything. Literally fought all these battles, all these wars, his wife and his kid murdered.
After all that, innit?
Yeah, and then obviously Marcus Aurelius, who is like like a father figure, he gets fucking murdered, and then he gets put through all this. Whereas, and it shows his backstory, and it shows like all his grievances and everything he's fucking been through. Whereas Lucius doesn't see anything. It's like he rushes off on horseback and fucks off to Africa somehow, and then is just chilling there, and then he comes back. Well, he doesn't come back; he gets taken back as a slave. But
and also, like, say if I pitch this to you, like, okay, this next Gladiator film, it's the kid who, the little boys in a few scenes in the first Gladiator, that character Joe.
Yeah.
Imagine the next film's going to be all about his story. Would you be excited?
Nah.
Because I don't know. It's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, it's like a kind of a bit of a subtext in that where it's like hinted at that he's the son of him and he's the legacy, and that's like a cool Easter egg. But I guess they made a whole film out of that.
Exactly, because you don't actually know. At the end of Gladiator 1, you still don't know if it is actually his son. They kind of hint it, but there's no like certainty really.
I wanted a sex scene just to like prove.
Yeah, just to prove it, mate. We needed to see it.
Yeah,
to believe
see the conception, mate. Yeah,
but
nah, needed it. Yeah, this film needed more like sex and shit. Yeah, more fucking...
Some more birds.
The only thing you're good for is your bumhole and your mouth. What the fuck? That fucking line from That other thing.
Yeah. Those Who Are About to Die.
Yeah.
That's a good series, to be fair.
Shout it out, mate.
Good series.
Might watch that.
It's worth more of a watch than Gladiator 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, and the characters have obviously got more development and a bit more interesting. And obviously it's also built on like a historical event, so
it's like a whole 10 episode. I guess it has loads of time to the characters to flesh out and stuff. Yeah. I think I've already said there's parts of I'm gonna say Oberyn Martell, fucking Pedro Pascal's character. Liked him. I think he was kind of the most likable character in the film for me.
Yeah, I think so.
And like, because they sort of split the Maximus character into two, because he's the general in this. He's the general who gets like kind of used and abused, like do this, and then the other guy's so there's two protagonists, and I guess maybe if they merged them into one, it would have been a better character. I don't know. I mean, but you needed a guy. Yeah, and also it just goes in the same direction. Like we're gonna overthrow fucking these bad tyrants. Yeah, it's like we've already had that story. It's like, oh, if Rome's fucked up again, and now we're just doing the same thing where like we need to install a new thing, a good ruler, even though we've already seen the story. Is what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah. To be fair, the only thing that they did do different is rather than having the Emperor as like the antagonist, those two were just sort of living their own lives, doing whatever. It was actually the guy, like the slave owner.
I thought that was good. Yeah.
He was basically the bad guy in that. But he was like, so in Gladiator 1 they got Proximo, who was like the slave owner who buys Maximus and then helps free him, and is actually
he's a good guy.
Yeah. Who, you think, oh, it's not actually that arse about Maximus. He's just in it for that. He's just, he's trying to make some money. But then he turns out to be a good guy. Whereas this slave owner in the second film, in Gladiator 2, he's like, yeah, I'll buy him, and it's all the same sequence. Get this guy, make him fight, see how good he is. Yeah, you're gonna fight me in the arena. But then he's like actually just trying to get one up, and he's trying to gain power, and gets in good with the emperors by betraying the other lot, which gets Pedro Pascal killed. And what's it? I always forget her name now, but
I don't know the actress's name. Margaret.
The woman from the first one,
Janice.
She gets Lucius's mum. She gets killed, but
she gets. And then
spoilers. Spoiler alert! Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Full spoilers. Yeah.
But then he basically takes power because I can't remember now what happens. Well, I think one of the emperors kills the other one, and then he kills the last emperor.
New one. You've already forgotten.
Yeah. I have, because it was that boring.
No,
it wasn't that boring. It wasn't boring.
I was fidgety though in the scene. I was kind of like, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Then fucking one of our mates goes off to go for a piss and comes back, and he did come back. He just sat at the front because he couldn't be arsed walking past people. So he just saw his bald head at the front. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did.
Also, every time like Jacob and Matt are the people. The other two people. This is Joe.
We've named
Joe.
And shamed them.
Yeah, we name and shame. Fucking, there's docs in there. They live it. Yeah.
Find them. Yeah. Fucking give them some grief because they should be here now.
They should be here, mate.
Fucking have two of these for you.
Innit? Yeah. Fucking what are they doing? No, but they were so loud. When every time I whispered something to either Matt or Jacob, they respond in like just room voice, whatever volume, just normal volume, and it's like, dude, like that's so like don't. They were like, yeah, innit? Like, what did you not hear? You must have heard. I actually turned to you like, what the fuck are they doing?
I looked across a few times when I heard them, but it's not as bad as the two fuckers sat next to me.
No, they were worse.
Because I had a fucking couple sat next to me, and mate, I don't know why he invited his missus, but she did not want to watch the film. She was not arsed in the slightest. She was sat there just chatting his head off the whole time.
And it's
like they were having a conversation the whole film right next to my head, and then munching on a million fucking bags of fucking sweets. They had fucking M&Ms and popcorn and fucking everything. She kept going out and getting drinks and coming back in. It was a fucking mess. And then she left all the shit on the floor. So if you're out there, if you're watching this, pick up your shit.
Pick up your shit.
Cunts.
Yeah.
And stop chatting. Stop chatting in the cinema. We're here to watch a film whether it's good or not.
Innit? Yeah, settle down. Yeah, I wasn't like sat next to them, but I did notice a lot of activity. They kept going for the toilet, and also I bet every time they were like putting away some food, we done that, and they got something else.
Just fucking threw it on the floor.
Course 3. Yeah, fucking.
Literally all I could hear was. I was like, fuck off. It sounded like the Minecraft eating sound.
Fucking Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, do squelching sounds in the mic is fucking horrible when you're editing it. It's like, yeah.
So I'm trying to fucking just watch this, guys. Yeah. Just leave it. Just stop. Stop fucking talking. Stop fucking eating. Just watch what's on the screen.
Could you hear what they were talking about? Like, who's that? What's this?
She was probably like, yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Where are we again? Oh, what's this? Ancient
Japan.
Rome or ancient Greece?
Ancient Japan.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
King Richard era. I don't know.
It was a fucking nightmare.
That is funny, but it's like it was a long film as well. So if you weren't like, again, if we took your girlfriend with us,
she didn't want to watch it.
In it, I know, yeah, but it would have been funny, but it would have not worked.
No, well, she was bored by the first one because I asked her if she wanted to go because Matt told me that we were going. He was like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then asked her. She was like, "No, I didn't even like the first one. Thought it was boring." So I was like, "All right, fair dues. You're not going to like the second one then."
Yeah.
If it's 2.5 hours long and it's going to be roughly down the same lines as what I was guessing, but
did you guess that it was basically going to be
I thought it would be along a similar sort of structure, but I didn't think it would be a complete rehash of the first one. To be fair, I did enjoy the music, like the actual the score.
Was there any new music? Notable music?
There might have been a little bit. I think that's probably where they played in well. They took the nostalgia factor from Gladiator 1, taking all the music.
Yeah, but that's easy though. Anyone can do that.
Because that music that they use in the first film has a lot of emotion behind it. Especially at the end of the film when he dies and he's in the wheat field and he sees his son and his wife and he's walking through. They obviously reused all that music.
Yeah, they reused the shot of him.
Yeah,
it's like that's not even this character's death. That's just fucking.
Yeah,
that's kind of just
Yeah.
That's kind of just like remember.
And he didn't even die anyway. He didn't even die. He was like at the end he was just like, "Oh, Father, guide me," and then it just cuts to that where it's it plays the music and he's walking through the wheat field and it's
yeah, thank God, nice one.
You played on nostalgia factor there. Obviously it was cool to have the music. I thought just because
you stay behind in the cinema and I was
to see,
come on Joe, we gotta go, and
just to see what they played as the end credits come down, because I know that a lot of films like to put the tunes on.
Yeah, I thought you might have had a boner and you just couldn't get up yet and were waiting.
Yeah, I was like,
I can cut that out.
That CGI arm getting cut off was a bit too much for me. I'll have to fucking sit here for 10. But
the CGI baboons or whatever fucking got you. Yeah.
Fucking hell. I still think they should have used XL bullies.
XL bullies, fucking That's where you should take them.
Just some real dogs, mate. You get some real dogs, starve them for a week, and let them just go wild.
XLR bullies. Is it XL bullies or XLR?
XL, yeah, extra large bullies.
Yeah. Where's XLR come from?
Extra large bullies are the ones you get in school.
One last thing, I guess, when you mentioned the Denzel Washington, him that being the only subversion of him not being a good guy and him actually being one of the people the major villain. He's just the biggest villain, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say so.
And I think that was good. That was the only surprising thing that was sort of interesting, and I did like his scheming. So that's a positive.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible movie. It's competent and sort of well done, but just not amazing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought 5 out of 10. For me, it's sort of middle of the road. It was all right. It was all right. I'm just not crazy about it. I'm not overly disappointed about it. I'm not oh, that was fucking terrible. I can't believe I spent 2.5 hours watching that. But I'm not oh,
definitely not. It was fun anyway because we went to see it together. I never see films with these guys anymore. It just never happens because I don't know. Also, I like seeing films on my own, and I'm like, fuck off, I'm gonna go see it. Fuck you. But also, just the more people you organise with, the more just I don't know, messy. Especially with our life. We almost missed it, for fuck's sake.
That's because some retard had to fucking gets himself stranded.
You can't say retard.
Sorry, I can't say.
You can't say retard. Shit. You can say spaz.
All right.
You can't say. No, yeah, that was. We miraculously we arrived just on time, but fucking hell, it's another story.
As it fucking started, that was lucky.
Yeah, not much else is there. I mean, there's. Oh, one more thing. I keep saying that.
One more thing. Please, just let me speak. Just one more thing.
I know you weren't a big fan of the action, but I remember, especially because we were in the cinema, big screen. The sound design when the punches I thought were really good and the swords clashing and all that. I don't know. I just noticed the sound design, and that's always good in these Ridley Scott period piece movies, and that's like a really specific thing to like appreciate. But it's good. It was good. It was just like, it's just the rest of it. It needed. I didn't miss the gore, like the visceral, realistic gore, until you reminded me of how good the first one was. I was just kind of like, this is all right. It's like pretty good, you know. CGI sharks where it's like, you know, just like wiggling about. It's just like someone's like, no, and then they get eaten by fucking Meg.
A fucking shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw one shot that looked like a real shark attack, and maybe they like got like a dummy and a real shark. I don't know.
I can't even remember. I can't think if I noticed that.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, just looking at it, even from the trailers, just the way it all looks, you can tell it's mostly just CGI. And you can say, oh, well, what they're supposed to do, like build, like get real fucking
real baboons
sharks
and real sharks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Fucking do it.
First of all, I'm always doing this. I'm always like, realism is the most important thing. But also, like, I don't remember any of the first film looking anywhere near as fake. And even they had a tiger.
Exactly. That's what
I can't
I mean.
remember how they did that, but
like the first one just had so much more realism, and that's why it's, you know, it stands out compared to the second. It's just a shame they couldn't do it in the second one. I think if they had that realism, it probably would have been a lot better. It would have been more brutal, more engaging. Like, you fucking hell.
It would have been
crazy.
Better. Do you think right? Because if it had been like as brutal, I think it would have been it would have been cooler.
Yeah.
And if they, I do think that you'd still feel like that present, that like is so derivative of the first one. I do think that like is the fundamental problem. I don't know. They just needed more character and more like new shit, I guess, instead of just
following the same fucking path.
Yeah, didn't need to happen. Didn't need to be made. It's funny. Fucking Jacob, who's the other goon who didn't show up for this. He hadn't even seen the first film.
I thought he was taking the piss.
He picked me up first and fucking I get in the car and like, so you a big fan of the first one? Because I don't know, he just seems like a Gladiator type of guy. You know what I mean? That's a weird thing to say, but and then like he's like, I haven't even seen the first one, by the way. And I'm like, bro. And I actually thought I thought he was joking, but he actually hadn't. I thought for him.
I thought he was taking the piss when he said, I've not seen the first one. I was like, yes, you have seen the first one. He's like, no, I've not actually seen the first one. I was like, okay. It's gonna be. It's just heavy for him because that's a disappointment, really. Because he'll go and watch the first one now, and he'll think, "Fucking hell, the first one was good."
No, I mean he's all right, I guess. I mean he kind of got the same film in a way.
He did.
Imagine if he was like, "This is amazing. It's never been done before."
Yeah,
guys, look
believe
at this.
It. Yeah. This is crazy. Have you seen this film? Fucking hell.
It's like if you've never seen a science fiction film in your life, and someone shows you The Force Awakens, you're like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
This is crazy. Oh my god, Rey.
I always have like an idea, like a concept. Isn't it Rey? Finn? Fucking amazing characters.
Can't believe this. The Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh my god.
Who's that? What's that thing? What's that bit sort of laser sword thing? I've never seen one of them.
Crazy. Oh my god.
I had like I always think like a funny thing. You know those uncontacted tribes that have seen nothing civilization.
Like and stuff.
Yeah, just like go to them and like give like with like a video and like a screen and like maybe a DVD player and just show them a film. But it's a really shit film, but they'll probably still think it's like amazing.
Think it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's just like fuck the whole worldview up. Yeah, that'd be funny. Show them fucking Valiant or whatever.
Show them Valiant or Lovely Bones.
Nah.
That'd be fucking good.
So yeah, you're here to talk about Valiant and Lovely Bones. That's the main thing.
Yeah, guys, we need a review on Valiant.
What, from me?
The Batcho needs to review Valiant, the number one best, highest rated pigeon film that there ever is. And Lovely Bones, we've all seen it. We all know it's fucking great.
Peter
what a
Jackson.
film.
Lovely Boner. Lovely Bones.
It's got to be up there, top 5 films of all time. I can't wait for the Lovely Bones 2 to come out.
Yeah. Lovely Bones 2 when she actually breaks out of the...
When she gets out the safe.
Of the safe. she like...
she breaks out the safe.
Yeah.
And then I think later in the year Valiant 2 is dropping as well.
Is it?
Yeah,
Mate,
Return of the Pigeon.
Better not drop on Netflix, honestly. It better be like a full-on like theatrical release, mate, honestly.
Return of the Pigeon, mate.
Valiant, mate. What a fucking weird... Jesus Christ.
If you've not seen Valiant, go and watch
I've seen
Educate yourself.
Yeah, you need to see it.
Go educate yourself.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, we've already kind of gone over most of Gladiator.
Yeah,
it's mid,
it
competent
but
mid.
It's very mid. all you can say about it, really. It's one of those, when someone asks me, what do you think of it? It's just mid, 5 out of 10.
Don't rush to see it.
Yeah, don't rush to see it. If you got time, if you've got 2.5 hours that you got free, and you think, what can I do? Maybe watch it. If you're happy to sit through 2.5 hours of mid.
Yeah, it is a waste of time. Like, if you were watching it at your home, you'd probably be like fidgeting a lot and like walking around. And you're like, I really need to just do that chore or something, because it's not that. Yeah, it's not
what
essential.
I mean. Like, don't rush to the cinema to go and see it. Don't fucking speed it there at 90 mile an hour and go and pick up your mate and then fucking get in at the last second just to watch it. Just wait for it to come out.
Don't take your missus
on some sort of streaming platform, or if you've got a dodgy stick, you just wait a week and it'll be on that. It's snowing outside.
Look at that. It is snowing to herald
Christmas.
Herald that we've done a good
Christmas.
video. It is. It's near Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Let us know in the comments what you get for Christmas. Hopefully not a Gladiator 2 DVD.
Hopefully not Gladiator 2. I'm not getting Gladiator 2 for Christmas.
Innit? No. Do you give Gladiator a boom or a doom? Do you know what that is?
I do know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it a boom, so no 5 booms from me. It's going to be a doom, unfortunately.
5 dooms, mate.
5 dooms.
I'm glad. Thanks for coming on. I'm actually here to announce something. Joe over here will be replacing me. I'm actually retiring. I've used up all of my energy reviewing films, and he's actually going to replace me, and he's my successor, and I hope you'll be seeing him from now on. Did we introduce you, by the way? This is
I don't know.
How do these people? Where have these people seen you before on this channel?
You've not seen me, maybe not. You've seen my Hogwarts Legacy character, and you've heard my voice. But you've not actually seen me before. I think they might have heard the voice. They might have seen Garcus Marcus.
They've seen you doing that at Base Fest.
Have they?
Yeah, because I used a picture of.
You might have seen me at Base Fest then.
Yeah, he's a real Chad. This guy. Yeah.
Real Chad Brad. I don't know what else rhymes with that. Fuck knows.
Bad.
Yeah, you've seen a certain video where I went through some horrific, life-altering. Shit.
He's never recovered from that. You're here to raise awareness and raise money.
I'm actually here to take donations on part of a charity that helps people like me get through the trauma that we've suffered at the hand of a surgeon.
Yeah, and
who couldn't fucking cut it straight, fucking idiot. He's botched it. It looks like a fucking dog's chew toy.
Joseph Mengele, mate. Fucking Joseph Mengele went to town, mate. Yeah. Anyway, they already know about that. Yeah, that's probably my best video. I think that was like a masterpiece. So I really appreciate you sharing that story. That was like you know when
I don't think I knew I was sharing it at the time. To be fair.
No, you didn't know at the time. No, I told you.
Yeah, you told me afterwards.
It and I edited it and I sent you it. But yeah,
that's
Mark
funny,
didn't know anything though, because I don't respect Mark. But yeah,
that's funny. When I take over from Batcho, I'll be dropping a Valiant review, Lovely Bones review.
How long will the Valiant review be?
Oh, it's at least going to be an hour long, surely. I mean, there's too many good things to talk about in that film.
Deep dive. It'll probably be an hour in and you only reviewed the first 3 scenes or something. Yeah, just so much analysis.
The pigeon, the French mouse. It's too much to talk about.
Yeah, and so nothing to plug then. Seriously though, I guess we can't really plug because that will dox our hometown if you plug that. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, come over here.
Come over here.
We're all American anyway. It's like, yeah, I'll get me a car.
Stay away. We don't need any more people here. Yeah. It's too busy as it is. Can't get to work because
it's not busy over here.
On the road. It is.
It's not busy over here. What do you mean?
Too busy. It's way too busy.
It is, to be fair, on the roads. That fucking.
There's too many gimps on the road that can't drive. So if you're one of them, fucking stay where you are. Don't want you here.
Don't drive.
Stay here. It don't matter if you like us. I don't care. Stay over there where you are.
Don't drive, yeah.
Don't come over here with your shit car driving like a gimp. Just fuck off. Stay over there.
You're driving on the wrong side of the road.
Exactly.
Yeah. He hates Americans.
Listen, buddy.
Not me. I love
You got to stay over there.
Yeah.
Stay over there. Watch Gladiator 2 or don't. Just watch Valiant instead. How long's Valiant? Probably half the length of that, and it's probably 10 times as good.
Valiant, better than Gladiator 2, better than...
You've heard it here first.
Yeah, this has been short Batcho and Joe, I guess, whatever we're called, discussion, lengthy discussion, a really in-depth analysis. You won't get anything
really
else.
Dove in there, in depth.
Got our fingers in it, yeah.
Right in there, in the Roman Empire. We know all about it.
I don't, but but it's been really fun. Yeah, and yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate this. Bastard. Now get out.
And remember to fucking subscribe.
DF, Mason Lyden, Matt Delaney. I am here on behalf of my employer, Mr. Batcho, to deliver a message of great thanks for becoming patrons and supporting the channel. We really can't thank you enough for all the love, all the likes, all the comments, all the views, everything you're doing for him. Seriously. Great fucking guys.
You having a wank? You having a wank? You having a wank?
The throat.
You having a wank? You having a wank?
You disgusting fat fuck.
You having a wank? You having a wank?
The throat.
You having a wank?
You having a wank? Disgusting fat fuck.
You having a wank? You having a wank?